5G home internet. It's always a blast when the Dogs and the Gators get together. Georgia and Florida in the SEC quarterfinal number 3. Seems unfazed. 7th pitch from number 7. And Rothrock gets her looking. Inside corner. Little frame job from Erickson to help. They finish in 7th. Chambly with the ground ball right back to Rothrock. Feeds Ava Brown, the other key Florida pitcher, who's at first base today, for a quick second out. Gonna see a 9th pitch from the freshman of the year. And Rothrock strikes her out. Keegan Rothrock starts and ends the inning the way she starts it. There's ball 4. Another walk for Otis, her 51st to lead.
To go up against because they just don't chase out of the zone very often.
On 3-1, Wallace drills it. Center field. You wanted dingers, you got them. Skylar Wallace hits one to Gainesville, and the Gators chop Backus with a couple in the first.
Skylar Wallace was right on time with this pitch. Looks like a curveball. It's up in the zone and just over the heart of the plate. Skylar Wallace says thank you and just sends it to dead center field. An absolute no-doubter off of her bat, last year's SEC Player of the Year, because of doing things like this with her speed.
Who's driven in 70 in 55 games. OPS of 1185. That's going to go down as Erickson pops out to Kuma. Her expectations have been high. Her teammates have risen to meet those. She's met them. A ground ball to short by Reagan Walsh. There were 15 home runs in the regular season in her first SEC tournament game. Working on first team All-SEC Sarah Mosley. And Rothrock walks her. Mosley's the first Bulldog base runner. Said then when they got her. That ball fisted to shortstop. It'll be caught by Wallace to retire Kuma.
Thought it was interesting, Kevin, to hear. Amazing job.
Still 3-2 here. Sarah Gordon finally puts one in play. And Kendra Falby's there with the sunglasses on in center field.
And one more brag, too, on our crew.
They do weird things in their song names. Second team All-SEC a year ago. Justin on the Steelers now. And Jaden's got a walk. 2 in the inning for Georgia. Looking to answer that Florida 2-run first with a couple of base runners against Key. Digby first pitch swinging. In the air to Kistler and right. Katie Kistler puts it away. Took a little while, but it's a shutdown second for Keegan Rothrock. 2-run home run to Skylar Wallace. Now the freshman Brown takes a called strike 3 off speed, and Backus with her first K. Kistler with a little pop to second. Kuma's there. Coming up next, our final quarterfinal. Backus's payoff. Kowalewski takes in another changeup. And this one's inside for ball 4, the Gators' second walk.
Information on these pitchers and what they like to throw and win.
Mia Williams left field. One pitch after the walk. Backus throws a scoreless second. 2-0 in the. Still a force to be reckoned with Pickens and Peyton Gottschall. And they'll be well rested for their regional. This ball fly to right center by Ellie Armistead. A good jump by Katie Kistler, who reels it in.
Credit for her physical abilities, but also communication.
Left center field, there's Falby. 2 flyouts for Rothrock to begin the third.
Love the way that Coach Walton talked about Jocelyn Erickson and how
their second season of college ball. Sydney Chambly with a pop-up. 3 balls in the air, 3 outs in the air for Keegan Rothrock. And She'll bat third in the inning for Florida. Second time through the lineup, and it starts with a bang. Kendra Falby to the gap in left center. Falby not content with one. Slides into second. A leadoff double for the SEC hits leader, who just picked up her 80th knock of the year.
Kendra Falby has been really aggressive.
And now Corby Otis pops one up with a runner at second, nobody out. Otis with a .586 on base percentage is retired by Backus and cannot advance Falby. She drove in herself. And there's the fleet of foot Falby out at second. But Wallace strikes out. Terrific sequence by Backus for her.
Walton did it with Corby Otis and Erickson.
Erickson's jam, she pops it up. What a job by Lily Backus. A leadoff double by Falby. She gets Otis, Wallace,
and more of a new routine for her.
Kearney to the third. Eats up the third baseman Kowalewski. Jada Kearney with a one-hop hot shot for the first Georgia hit.
Oftentimes you see
home runs as a Georgia Bulldog. That's Sarah Mosley, who puts one in the air to second here, and it is caught. It is officially a catch for Mia Williams. That was ruled by the plate umpire Smokey Eds. So the out is recorded on the pop-up. Either way, it was going to be the first out and sent out. So Tony Baldwin needs an explanation here, because Kearney, who was the runner, is being ruled out. Smokey Eds signaled for an out at the plate after talking to Marty Abzishin, the first base umpire. They have ruled that it's actually an uncaught ball and that Kearney's out, but we saw the out signal immediately from Smokey Eds.
Yeah, I thought that that was on the transfer, not on the catch. Tony Baldwin is in the dugout, and JT D'Amico is coaching third base. Amber Freeman is coaching first base, and Sarah Mosley now running back. Wow. Okay.
Center field, Sydney Kuma. That's definitely an out. No debate needed there. Backus into a corner here on 3-2. Walsh drills it fair finally. Took a dozen pitches before Walsh demolishes his. Brown a slow ground ball. Backus bobbled it. That took away any chance of getting the lead runner, Gels, who scoots to second back home. 3-2 for Kistler. In the air to right field. That ball drifting toward foul territory is caught by Kearney. And Gels will tag up from second and get to third on out number 2. Of the game for Backus. She's retired 6 of 9 Gators in the first batch of 2-strike counts. And make it another. Up the ladder to get Kowalewski. Strand a runner at third.
On a strikeouts that she was getting.
Gordon a dribbler to third. Kowalewski makes a play at first.
In innings.
Off speed, bang toward the middle and through. Jaden Fields, who did not start on Wednesday night, has reached base both of her trips to the plate.
First base, though, this year as a freshman.
Digby in the air to right, hit pretty well, hit back toward the wall, and gone! A 2-run opposite field shot for the freshman. Emily Digby picks up the Dogs in a game where a shutout had been. It's 2-2 in the 5th.
Digby finds herself in a hitter's count, a 3-1 count, and gets a pitch that is a mistake by Rothrock. Right over the heart of the plate, didn't hit a corner, and it goes over the head of Kistler. That ball just continued to travel. Got lucky, by the way, that she did not pass Jane Fields, who was right at first base. That got really close with the base runners there as Fields was holding back it.
You know, just to piggyback on what Amanda was just saying, Jada Kearney and Sarah Gordon were both on the set with us after winning that 14-inning game over Auburn. They said one of
more in the month of April.
Good night. Perfectly slapped. She picks up a base hit. The Dogs' third of the inning.
But they're both playing well here at the SEC tournament and starting to find that.
So first step out of the game for the sophomore Goodwin. Takes one low. Good night's on the run, and she is safe. Only the 7th stolen base.
Absolutely on the money, and I think that this has a good chance of getting overturned. To me, I thought for one of the looks that the tag ended up beating her hand to the bag. Skylar Wallace trying to position herself in front of the bag. I think that the tag beats her, looking at where she's positioning herself to try to not block the leading edge of the base, which would refer to obstruction. So
after review, the call on the field has been changed. The runner is out. That is throwing his first down.
They don't tug on super.
Out would be base stealers.
A 2-2 game. There's a new Georgia pitcher. It's Madison Kerpix, and she just hit the number 9 hitter, Mia Williams. So an inauspicious SEC. Falby swings away, and another pop-up induced by a Georgia pitcher. That's the first out of the inning. Seven innings against Murray State, February the 10th. Slightly different environment. Up high to Otis, she walks for a second time.
Goes to that changeup here in a full count if Wallace is looking for it.
Wallace belts one the other way to left field, and that ball is off the fence. Goodwin couldn't get to it. A late breaking Williams is waved around third to score, and Skylar Wallace drives in her third run of the game to put Florida back in front.
Take a look at the pitch sequence from worked it to this full count. She throws her the changeup again. She's ready for it. It's up in the zone, trying to throw a strike, and Wallace.
Erickson drills it. That ball is demolished. The player of the year with a 3-run shot to the trees.
They have great approaches. They know what they're looking for. Throwing Jocelyn Erickson here, she has proven this year that she can take this pitch over the right field wall so easily. When you go inside, you have to be so careful. That is a mistake. Erickson's looking for it. She knew it off the bat. And Erickson extends
184 feet.
Wow.
When we get that kind of reaction out of you, it is something special. Shock and awe. There's a delayed steal at second base, and it was too delayed. Avery Gels cut down on the hold. A little bit of a younger team. Tim Alt was okay with that. Ground down swinging. That ends the inning. Backus gets a final out, but Florida.
Right.
I was waiting to give you a special gift before I wish you happy birthday, but I'll just spoil it right now.
Oh boy.
The gift is a third game.
Yep.
We get to do Texas A&M and South Carolina after this.
Oh.
Just out here asking questions. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Right center field. That ball's drilled. Whoa! Jada Kearney, in the blink of an eye, takes one the opposite way. And Georgia's not done swinging the big stick. Couple of home runs for the Dogs. Kearney with number 19.
And this is a spot that Jada Kearney likes to hit these home runs. To right center field, you see these right-handed power hitters for Georgia at their home field and on the road. Drive the ball to right center field. More of a line drive for Jada Kearney.
Leader in home runs. Jada Kearney with number 19, and Sarah Mosley looking to follow her up, and she does! Back-to-back pitches. Kearney and Mosley put the Dogs right back in the fight.
fouled them out because you've known that Georgia has had this explosive offense, especially with Kearney and Mosley right there in the middle of their order. Over 30 home runs combined between the two. They go back to back. Mosley turns on this pitch to left center field or right under the scoreboard.
Everybody on the top step of the Georgia dugout. That ball right back to Rothrock.
Glove over that quick to get to that position to catch it.
Sarah Gordon. Rothrock can't catch this one. Base knock Gordon, and Georgia is going to bring the tying run to the plate. Six pitch to Fields, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ava Brown gets her and ends the inning. Game yet. 2-1-2. Kistler's popped up. Sydney Kuma puts her away. Kistler's 0 for 3.
The games have been so good. I mean, it has been.
That's inside. Kowalewski walks for a second time against Backus. Skaters with a 1-out base runner.
It's most effective, but it's been trying to adjust.
3-2. Kowalewski at first, and Wilkie powers it. Another one. 6th home run of the game, and Emily Wilkie in a pinch puts the Gators back up 4. Her first home run of the season gives Florida some late game breathing room.
Just punching back and forth in this game. This pitch is out over the plate. Lily Backus had to come more on the plate in that full count, and the fact that Wilkie didn't chase the changeup the pitch before. She has to bring it up. She added more speed, and Wilkie gets on time with that pitch, trying to eliminate that changeup. Lets her bring in the curve.
Those decisions, and Tim Walton, as he often does, got it right. Falby down the line in left field, and there is Goodwin to take her away for this. Right side, Corby Otis down the line. That ball's off the glove of Kearney in fair territory. Otis motoring around toward third, and a stop sign right there. It's a triple. And that ball belted up the middle. It just sounds different off her bat. 4 ribbies in the game for Wallace. It's 9-4.
I love how Skylar Wallace, watching her swing and how she just uses her lower half to generate power. How inner leg she is, drives her backside. And on time in this game, you know, her home run was such a big part of their offense. But this year, he says we have a better supporting staff around her statistically, and she hasn't had to carry the only load.
Erickson to right field. That ball is going to hang into the park. And Kearney's there up at the warning track. Not out of the mix for a top 8 seed. Chance to be a double host. Emily Digby to left field off the glove of Otis. And Digby dives in with a double. 5 runs the deficit, but Georgia has put up a 7-run inning against Florida this year in a point, which is why Florida may have a little work to do, even though they finished 5 spots ahead of the Dogs in the SEC. And they've still got some work to do now. Homers and a walk-off at 14. 2-2 for Goodnight. Little dribbler toward the middle, gonna get through. Base hit, Dallas Goodnight. The first 3 are aboard, and the 7th, and the tying run will move into the on-deck circle.
Dugout.
1-1, Jaden Goodwin. Popped her up. That is the first out of the top of the 7th. A big one because it means Jada Kearney cannot tie it. Runs. Strikes out swinging. Ava Brown brings the Gators within an out of victory. 6 in this spot for Sarah Mosley. Mosley pops it up on the infield. Williams is there, and the Florida Gators, after a long wait throughout the week, take down the Georgia Bulldogs on a homer-happy Friday afternoon.
The team giving Ava Brown some love there for loading up the bases and then getting back-to-back outs. Man, Georgia had the bases loaded, no outs, and Ava Brown found a way to get out of that jam. But gotta love pitching on this Gator team with the offense that they can put together. 9 runs for Florida on 8 hits, several home runs. They can put runs on the board very fast.
And we'll amend that previous graphic. Nobody can get at Sarah Mosley with the bases loaded unless you're Ava Brown, who retires Mosley to end the game. Keegan Rothrock, the winning pitcher, she survived 3 homers. Florida hit 3 of their own, and now the Gators